mean, this could be the best one disc round anyone's ever played. Today, I'm gonna be trying to shoot my personal best at this course with only one disc. All right, so as you guys heard in the intro, only playing with one disc. I've got my Star Innova Wraith here, and I'm doing a true one disc challenge here. I'm gonna be even putting with this disc. No putters, no nothing else, just this. My record here is down 1, which I know I can shoot better than 1 down, which is why we're here today. I'm going to break it. So our goal today is 2 under, but anything under that would be awesome, amazing even. All right, hole 1, it's in position A, 421 feet. This par 4, it's a light par 4, so I'm looking for a birdie or an eagle here, hopefully. That looks good. Yeah. Should be a pretty easy birdie, maybe an eagle look, we'll see. All right, here we are. Not super far from the basket here. This is gonna be the big problem with this challenge though, is these putts here are just going to be very, very, very hard to secure with, you know, not a putter. But we're gonna try our best. I'll do a little jumper here. That's really bad. Ooh, that's fine. Okay. Should be a birdie. Alrighty, kind of an awkward putt here, but hopefully we can secure this. Nice. All right, that's 1 down, hole 1, that's good. Alrighty, we're here at hole 2. Hole 1, usually throw this disc off the tee anyways, so it wasn't that bad. This hole, 150 feet over the water. Usually, I would not be throwing this, but we're going to for this challenge. See what we can do. All right, a little scary because that path is OB, but we should be good. Alrighty, we've got an interesting shot here. Oh, so close. So I just tap that out and we'll be good. Hole 3. Here's another one where I'd be throwing this off the tee anyway, so not gonna be too hard. It's 340 up the hill. Probably plays like at least a 400. So just gonna try and crush this one up there. Par 3. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, not super far, but that's okay. Should be good. Here we are. There's the basket right up there. Just gonna see if we can toss it up there. Mainly just looking for a par on this hole, to be honest with you. I'm realizing that the putting range is not very far with this, for sure. Yeah, should be good. We landed super close. Just a little tap out. We're still looking 1 down. Not too shabby at all. This is hole 4. This hole is actually, it's pretty hard. It's 450 in position B, just straight down there where those big trees are at the back. It's just like right in between those. So this is what I usually throw on the tee anyways, but I usually struggle with this hole anyways because it's a par 3. So let's try. Not really where I want to be honest. This is gonna be another kind of annoying shot just because it's not something I would want to throw with this disc. But we'll see what we can do. Par 3, so we're just looking for a par. Oh, just sit, man. That roll away is gonna be rough, but we'll see if we can't just secure a par. We landed right here. Just gonna have to lock in for this putt because this is an important one for sure. Through the trees, that's nice, that's nice. That was very important. So we're still sitting 1 down, sitting on the goal that we're looking at. So get a few more birdies the next few holes and we'll be all right. Alrighty, I gave that shot way too much flex. So we ended up way down here. I'm just gonna try and put it up for par, hopefully. Hopefully I'm not right in the way. I'm gonna do a jumper. Yeah. Just go tap that one out as well. Alrighty, and here we are. Nice. We're here at hole 6. I believe it is in the B position, which is 565. This hole's gonna look really weird because it's a man to the left of this tree, but I kind of need to throw a forehand with this disc. So I'm just gonna try and give it as much anting as possible and have it glide back this way. Yeah, it's about perfect. That should be good. All right, here we are. Now you would think, oh, he only threw that shot because of the one shot, or the one disc challenge, surely. No, that's what I usually throw in this hole. I'm just afraid of my backhand not getting there, so here we are. The hole is just straight down the middle here. Probably got like 300 left, so just gonna try and crush one out there and not go OB. Okay, so I might have completely crushed that. We'll see. The tree play might have saved me, but I don't know yet. All right, here we are. It actually didn't end up to be too bad. This is going to be an annoying shot to throw, but I think I should be able to manage it. Just going to give it a little toss on forehand and have it skip up. Or just go in. Oh, please stay. Ooh, that's going to be... Hopefully it didn't roll all the way down the hill. That would be catastrophic. All right, we barely dodged OB here. We ended up right at the bottom of this hill. So this would be, I guess this is to save par. That's a little sad, but we're gonna see if we can make it. Because I really don't want to be playing behind from this hole. Get in there. Oh, so close, man. That's all right. The thing about this course is they have a lot of scoring opportunities, like super early on and super late. So in the middle, from what I've learned, it's all about just trying to stay alive. And a bogey here sucks, but not the end of the world. All right, here we're at hole 7. This hole's a hard one. It is 440 straight ahead and then a big dog leg right. So I also have a very strange throw here, just because I don't like backhanding this wraith. I don't really have the arm speed for it yet. So once again, I'm just gonna try and flex it through that little middle gap, just about as hard as I can. So we'll see how it goes. Oh, I didn't give it enough hyzer. Honestly, that'll be okay. Was not the shot I wanted to throw at all, but it should set me up to get up and down for birdie still, which would be really great. Because usually I'm par on this hole, so getting one extra score would kind of cancel out our last bogey. This one's a hard angle to film, so I'm just gonna try and show you guys the basket, basically. We landed over here, just right here. And basically I'm just gonna try and throw a light flex shot around this right side. Yeah, I mean, it's nowhere far enough just because I was pretty pinched off, but hopefully we can just take a par here. So now the question is, do we try and run this putt? We're a little behind right now on what I thought I would be scoring, so I feel the need to, but because it's this disc and not a putter, if I go far, it's not gonna sit down at all. It's probably just gonna keep rolling down. So I'm gonna try and make sure this thing plops, whether it lands in the basket or not. And that's that's kind of all I got for this shot. It was on line, but that's all right. Should be a par there. All right, we're here at hole 8. I just want to say, if it kind of feels like I'm rushing through these holes, I apologize. It's supposed to rain literally for the next 7 days, and I had a couple of hours this morning to be able to come out here and actually try. So that's what we're going to try and do. If you're enjoying this video, like and subscribe, please. Any support helps. Here at hole 8, it's in B position, so it'll be 350 up this way. I think I'm going to try a flex shot around this tree and have it dive back in. It'll be wrong side of the tree, but honestly, as long as that didn't roll, it'll be okay. Should be a par. Alrighty, we're not in the worst spot you've ever seen. I'm just going to have to throw probably a little backhand up there, which is scary because, once again, like I said, my arm speed is nowhere close to this wraith speed, but we'll see. That's pretty bad. Should be okay, though. Alrighty, we didn't land super far. This is a par 3, so if I can just make this putt, we won't be in the worst spot. Stay it even. Let's see what we can do. Nice. I might just have to start putting with a wraith. I mean, I feel like my putting has been on today. All right, we're here at hole 9. 200 feet down there in position A. This is the first one I'm pretty worried about because I'm just gonna kind of have to throw this as hard as I can because it only opens up towards the end down there, if you can see. So I'm just gonna kind of try and crush this hole and hope I have a putt from there. Looks pretty good. Hit a tree maybe? Yeah. It'll be okay. I might have a putt from there, but it's probably just gonna be a 3. All right, so if you can see it in there, we've got a pretty awkward spot. Basket's right up here. Just gonna try and set you guys up where you can see the basket basically. And I'm gonna hope I can slide in between this tree and give it a decent bid. Very close. All right, my whole torso is now itchy, but we'll get a par. It's about to move on to the next hole, but look at this guy. That's a big man. All right, we're here at hole 10. If my calculations are correct, we're still even, right? I think so. We're kind of back to the fun holes, in my opinion. That little stretch of 3 is pretty annoying, but this is much more fun. So just gonna throw my wraith here, obviously. Have a little flex shot. Much higher than I wanted it to be, but that should be okay. Alrighty, here we are. This is definitely gonna be one of those make it or break moments, just because if I don't throw this well, I can easily take a bogey here, and that would be pretty bad. That would set us up not great for the rest of the course for sure. So let's see what we can do. Come up. Wow, actually really great shot. I'm very proud of that one. Honestly, I didn't really think about the implications of it until now. If I do manage to get my personal best using only one disc, it's pretty embarrassing that I can't do it with a full bag, but I get out here and I use one disc and somehow I manage it. All right, we landed right here. This is an important shot. A birdie here would be really great. This might be literally the first time I birdied this hole if I can do it here. But otherwise, if we take a par, it's not the end of the world. Oh, it just didn't stay up. Man, that sucks. It was so close. Tap out. Par. All right, we're here at hole 11. It's a par 3, about 400 feet up on that hill. This is the one hole where if I were to lose this disc in the water, it would be a very sad rest of the video because we'd probably have to scrap it for a couple days for another wraith to come in. I think that should be good. Yeah. I gave that a little more height than I wanted, but it actually made it hold the turn a little bit longer, so I ended up going just about as far. Alrighty, we landed right here. There's the basket right up there. This one's gonna be an awkward shot because I'm gonna have to try and kind of putt it, but it's a little out of my range to putt with a wraith, which is an interesting sentence, but we'll see what we can do. Yeah, should be good. Alrighty, just got a little tap out here. I expected par, so on course. We are gonna have to start scoring soon, for sure though. All right, here we are at hole 12. I believe this is in the B position, so it's gonna be 615, par 4. It just kind of curves around this way to the left a little bit. I really like this hole because it's set up for my forehand, but I've been struggling pretty bad with it recently. So I'm hoping we can do a little redemption here and actually flex it correctly and not end up in the woods on the left. That's much better. Yeah, should be out in the open and give me a good toss up to hopefully get a birdie. All right, so we ended up pretty good. It's a little far, but as long as I can just get a forehand to crash on that hill, we should be good. Just sit down. I think it sat on top of the hill, but there's definitely a chance it rolled down. We'll have to see when we get there. All right, we ended up right here. That's super far from the basket. Oh, hoping to just tap this one in for birdie and move on. This would be a great scoring opportunity. Hi, man. That was a big one. We still have scoring ops later in the course for sure, but that was a very important one. All right, we're here at hole 13. We're kind of in the last little act of this this course here. Might look like hole 4, hole 13. And it's just right down there. I'm expecting a par here. It's really hard for me to sit down at that basket, especially with something that skips so much. So we'll try to just look for par. That looks pretty good. Holy, that actually might be a birdie. That would be really, really great if we could birdie this hole. Wow. I mean, you just can't get much better than that, man. That's insane. I wish I knew what I did differently because I usually don't birdie this hole. But we'll definitely take it as long as I can, you know, tap that out correctly. That's really, really great. That puts us right back on track. This challenge is actually going to be very doable. Alrighty, this next hole is a very, very light par 4. I'll see if you guys can see the basket. I should be able to birdie this hole, if not eagle. So we're looking for a really good score here. Yeah, that looks really good. Just sit down. I honestly thought we might hear chains. This is a diabolical spot. I mean, this could be the best one disc round anyone's ever played. Eagle. Just like that. Hole 15, we're in the real final stretch here. I'm gonna see if you guys can see the basket. Just right over there. Par 3, I believe it's 210, yeah. So this shot would be very easy with a zone. With a wraith, it's gonna be a little annoying, but we're gonna see what we can do. Just need that to come back. Yeah. Usually I try for birdie on this hole with the zone, but with the wraith, I'm just going to go for par, for sure. Especially with what our score is sitting at right now. Alrighty, we landed right here. Just a little tap out. I'm gonna try and not run this, just because we don't want to jeopardize anything we already have here, and we don't need this birdie that bad. And this is a long putt for a wraith, so we'll see what we can do. Yeah, perfectly fine. Not even worried about it. Par. All right, we're here at hole 16. In B position, it is 305. So 305 is right up that hill. Just fade back and that'll be great. Yeah, honestly, I don't want to jinx it. It might be another birdie look. Alrighty, I don't know if you can see me down there. Basket's right here, just right down the hill a little bit. Now, it's not as great as a birdie opportunity as I thought it was, but I'm still definitely gonna run this because there's a good little padding behind the basket. Dude, this is insane. I've never played this good at this course, ever. I mean, that's the whole video, but alrighty, we're here at hole 17. It is only 170 up there, and usually this hole is a free birdie. With this disc, not gonna say it is, because I gotta make sure this thing does not roll away or skip away. Just gonna toss it right up there like I'm playing catch. Yeah, that's really great. I don't know if you guys heard that. I was so locked in on that shot, I literally just walked right into the tee sign. All right, this feels like deja vu. Another really, really great shot at birdie here. We're just right here on the side of this hill. Just gotta focus up. Holy. I mean, I'm speechless. There's nothing more I can say. We're winning the goal by like what? 4 or 3 strokes by now? Like, this is insane. All right, we're here. Hole 18. So I hadn't mentioned this one before, but this is the monstrosity of this course. In position B, 772, par 5. And it is uphill as can be. So I'm hoping to just take a par here. Birdie or eagle, we will jump for joy. Slipped a little on the tee pad, but it's okay. I always slip on this one. I mean, it's like, I think both of those marks are from me today and me a week ago. All right, here we are. Should be able to see the basket way, way down there. So once again, just gonna try and throw this basically as hard as I can. Oh, please fade back. Yeah, That's good. That honestly could set me up for a birdie. All right, this is where we landed. Basket's right up there. All we gotta do is throw a little tossy forehand, and this could be a birdie. This would also maybe be the first time I birdied this hole too, which is insane. Yeah, I mean, dude. Before I tap this thing out, this has seriously been the craziest round I've ever played here. It might look like I'm sandbagging, literally, but I promise I've never been able to shoot this well, like ever. All right, I don't know if you can see my disc there. Just amazing. The highway is also right next to this hole, so let me tap this out real quick and then get to a position where I can talk to you guys. Okay, so I did all the score calculations just to make sure. I'll throw those up on the screen right now. We shot 7 under.
So this is me editing this. You may have noticed that the score -7 does not line up with the bottom left scoring that was during this video. The reason for that is UDisc actually considers hole 3 of this course a par 4. And I'm like 90% sure it says par 3 on the T sign. But either way, -6, -7, it doesn't matter too much. But just know that I can do math.
That is insane. I mean, you can check my UDisc. I've literally, that's the best I've had on this layout is down 1. Like that's the truth. And so we played an amazing game of disc golf today. I'm so happy with this challenge. And with my little wraith here, that is just amazing. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, share it with someone. Any support helps the channel. I'm an up-and-coming disc golf YouTuber, so anything is great. Next week's challenge, I don't know yet. Leave some ideas in the comments, and I'll probably try one of those. Anyways, hope you guys have a great day. See ya.